Am I talking loud enough? Anyway, thanks again, guys, for coming and celebrating this day with us. Wanted to thank several people, Rusty and his group from Operation Finally Home, for asking us to be a part of this project. We've done some unique things over the years, but nothing quite like this. So it was neat to be a part of this. So thank you, Rusty. Building a house is a pretty tough chore already. Under normal circumstances, with all the pieces and parts and people and everything to put it together. A project like this adds even more to it because people donating and discounting. I think Keith said we used 4 different painters. On a house you normally would have one painter, obviously, so a lot of people wanted to participate, so we brought people from different areas in, and so they could, do their part. So made it even tougher, but Keith and Jesse, I don't know if Jesse's here yet, but they did a great job putting the house together. Thank you, Keith, and always do a good job. I want to thank our people in our office. Mark, Milton, Jeff did a great job putting these, bringing these parties together, and the ladies in the office, Amy and all the other ladies, thanks for your part that you did, paying the bills and all that good stuff. Also wanted to thank the vendors. Like I said, we had people donate, discount, labor discounted, donated, a combination of different things, because that's the only way you can do a project like this. You couldn't do it if you had to pay full price for it. So anyway, thank everybody that had anything to do with it. And with that, Rusty, when do we get to see the house?
Here in just a minute. Thanks again, Kevin. And thank you, Donna and Keith. I know y'all put y'all's heart and soul into this, and it's certainly going to show, and the family's going to certainly see that here in just a minute. But we at Operation Finally Home, we partner with builders across the country to provide custom-built mortgage-free homes for wounded, ill, and injured veterans. And the most important one that we do is always the next one, and this is the one that we're dedicating today. But since 2005, we have completed over 150 homes across the country. And it's for people like Kevin that simply say yes, much like our founder did in 2005 when a young Marine family reached out and needed their home remodeled to be able to allow Stephen to come back home. And like now, then, Dan didn't know really what he was saying yes to, but he went back to the Home Builders Association and the friends in his community, and they came together to do over $100,000 worth of remodel work on Stephen's home to allow him to have an accessible home. And through Dan's continued calling, he's continued to work with the Builders Association, and then he did a new home the next year, then another, then it turned to 2. So like I said, it's turned into 150 completed homes across 34 states. And we've got over 100 other projects that are currently at other levels of planning. And like the first project, they are still staying consistent in that it's a community effort. It's an opportunity for the builder community in particular to come back and provide support to these individuals that are coming back that have been wounded, ill, and injured. And those that are in the building industry, I've said time and time again that they're the salt of the earth. And when they have the opportunity to give back, they give back in a meaningful way, and providing the hope like nothing else can provide in the provision of a home. Because with that provision, the financial burden is certainly gone. It provides a level of certainty that wasn't there before, and certainly the element of hope, not only for the veteran, but for their kids too. And they're going to be able to do things that they would have never been able to do had this provision not been provided. And I know that this is just the first step in seeing that reality come to fruition, and the opportunities that are going to be presented to you all are going to be boundless. But we met these wonderful people several years ago, and Trevor and Chloe have just been an example of who and what we are as an organization, and those that our builder partners want to support as well. But Trevor was, he enlisted in 2004, and in 2006, he was injured in combat by an IED. That the injuries sustained there certainly started a number of challenges for he and the family. But on his preparing for his third deployment, he found out of another illness that he was dealing with as well, that ultimately led to his retirement from the Marine Corps. And upon retirement, they came back to Florida, went down to Orlando, and ultimately ended up in Port St. Lucie. And he continued to serve there as well as he joined the Florida National Guard and was ultimately medically retired from that. Certainly that's his service, but we, and like Kevin and Donna and Keith, have been able to see, you get to see the heart and the character and the sacrifice of these young families. And we've certainly seen this in Trevor and Chloe. You can see his continued desire to serve by going back into the Florida National Guard. And even yesterday, he got hit up by the police department, and they're already recruiting him. So, so that's exciting to see. But he has a continuing desire to serve, and support his other veteran compadres, particularly with his friends that have come up with him. He continues to look to try to find ways to help them as well, and I know that spirit is going to continue with the provision of this home. So, Trevor, Chloe, Elena, we couldn't be more happier and proud and excited for this future that's now going to be provided. And Chloe, we are going to be looking forward to some cupcakes or some cakes quite soon. And once you see this kitchen, you're going to be able to see that absolutely you're going to be able to do that.
The way she described it to me already makes it so good.
Well, at this time, I'd like to introduce our family of honor, Trevor, Snyder, and Chloe.
First, I'd just like to say thank you very much to everyone, one, for being here, showing the support, Kevin and Donna, Operation Finally Home, everyone. This is an absolutely incredible experience. This is never anything I would have expected. I was 17 when I enlisted, and it was just, that's the right thing to do. Well, I felt having something like this kickstart our family is just an amazing thing, and I can't thank everyone enough. Since she's better with words, she actually wrote something, so good luck.
Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. I did, in fact, write a couple of words with the help from Trevor's mom. So let me start with, I don't know where to begin to express our thanks and appreciation for the house and all the efforts that built it. This is the start of a new chapter in our lives. Thank you. And being able to do that without a mortgage opens up so many doors for us. We don't have the list of donors and volunteers, but all of you are honestly in our hearts. None of this could have been done without you. So we are so grateful. I would really like to thank Operation Finally Home, Rusty, Dan, Molly, Larry, and the countless others who are pillars of support and hope for a brighter future. Kevin and Donna. You guys have given us more than we could have ever hoped for and put so much time, love, and effort into making this a home for us, and I know it's going to be beautiful. This community has already welcomed us with open arms on our previous visits, and we look forward to becoming a part of this loving community. It'll be a wonderful place for our daughter to grow up in, and Mason will be able to come out of our room, which is really life-changing for him. You guys have no idea. I would also like to take this moment to thank Kathy and her family for the opportunity to be part of your family. I haven't had that, and you accepted us wholeheartedly. Thank you. You just called me
Not to cry.
No, you can certainly see and feel the life-changing event that this community is providing. And Kevin and Donna, we can't thank y'all enough. We know that it's a labor of love, and we couldn't thank you enough on behalf of Operation Finally Home and the family for this provision. At this time, we're going to have the ribbon cutting. We're going to have the family come over here in the front, so we'd like y'all to join in and watch that. We're going to Kevin's going to turn the keys over to the family, and then after that, we're going to allow the family to go tour the home, just kind of by themselves for just a minute. But we welcome you all to come in and see the home as well. So we'd love for you to stay around for that. And at that time, we're going to go ahead and let them cut the ribbon.